Hi, this video is basically regarding our VMware vSphere 6.5 course, and in this video I am giving you an introduction to virtualization where we will learn some basic concept of virtualization like what is virtual machine, what actually hypervisor is and its types, and how can we provide resources to our virtual machine that are actually shared physical resources of an ESXi host. But first I'd like to introduce myself to you. So my name is Vaibhav Kesarkar and I am certified VMware Advanced Professional in VMware Network Virtualization, that is VCAP NV. I am serving network industry from more than 3 years and I have associated with Okta Network from last 1.5 year. I have assisted many engineers in their journey of VCP and VCAP NV certifications. I have also conducted several corporate training in various companies and deployed multiple projects in VMware platforms. I have also done certification in CCNA and CCNP routing and switching. So before going further, let's see some VMware certification level. So first one is VCA, that is VMware Certified Associate. It's an entry level certification for VMware Cloud and Virtualization products. There are four separate versions of this certification. First one is cloud, then data center virtualization, end user computing and network virtualization. Second one is VCP, that is VMware Certified Professionals. It's a certification designed to demonstrate technical competency with VMware vSphere and related technology. In order to obtain this certification, a candidate must take the VMware authorized training course either online or in person. Next one is VCAP, that is VMware Certified Advanced Professional. So a VMware Certified Professional, that is VCAP certification is required before attempting VCAP certification. VMware currently offers three VCAP tracks, that is data center virtualization, end user computing and cloud. Each track has two certifications, Advanced Administrator and Advanced Designer. There are separate exams for each track and separate exam for each certification option for VCAP, that is VMware Certified Advanced Professional. So next one is VCDX. So VMware Certified Design Expert is the highest level of certification offered by VMware. The VCDX program allows candidates to validate enterprise class skills in VMware solution design and implementation. Before we proceed with virtual machine, I want to give you a short information about virtualization. So basically, virtualization is the process of running virtual instance of a computer system in a layer abstracted from the actual hardware. There are three types of server virtualization, and these are the three ways to create virtual server. First one is full virtualization, second one is para virtualization, and third one is level virtualization. They have a little in common, and that is physical server is called a host. So let's see what is virtual machine. Well, it's very similar to physical server. You have operating system and the operating system has no idea that it's going to be running on a virtual machine. If I have a Windows or Linux running on my virtual machine, that operating system is called the guest operating system and it has no awareness that it's running as a virtual machine. Like that, a virtual machine does not have its own dedicated hardware, but like I said, the guest operating system doesn't know that. A virtual machine will run on a physical server with other virtual machine and they will share the physical resources of the host. This is the first big benefit of the virtualization. We can run many machines on shared hardware, each with their own independent guest operating system. Those virtual machines can share a common set of physical resources like memory, storage, network, and unlike physical server, the virtual machine does not truly have its own dedicated physical hardware. It's using the shared hardware of an ESXi host. So what is ESXi host? This is the actual physical server that our virtual machine will run on. And the virtual machine is almost like a program running on the computer. we have a different program that consume different amount of resources, and we have a different virtual machine running on the same physical host. In this case, some virtual machine may consume more CPUs and some may consume less. Some might consume more memory and some will proceed more storage traffic. Other virtual machine will consume less. The ESXi host is like our physical server, and ESXi is the operating system that we install on that physical server. So ESXi is what we refer to as a type 1 hypervisor. That means it runs on the hardware and it doesn't require any other operating system. So if you are familiar with VMware Workstation, that's the hypervisor that's run on top of the Windows. There is no underlying operating system on the ESXi host. It's purely ESXi running on the physical hardware, and then virtual machine run on top of ESXi and can utilize the physical resources of the host. So again, here we can see many virtual machines running on the same ESXi host. Again, utilize the shared physical resources provided by the host. Our ESXi host is an example of type 1 hypervisor. A hypervisor adds what we call a layer of abstraction. So there is a layer of abstraction between my virtual machines and physical resources. So what does this layer of abstraction mean? Let's take a moment to think about this. Let's say, for example, I'm sitting on a couch and I have myself a bowl of chocolates. And I see my younger brother coming towards me in a living room. And I have taken the napkin and cover up my bowl of chocolates. So here I have just created myself a layer of abstraction. I have hidden those physical resources from the people who wanna consume those resources. And in this example is my brother. That's kind of like what a layer of abstraction does on the ESXi host. It creates the layer between the virtual machine and the physical hardware, and it gives us the management capability where we can intelligently divide up those resources. For the example, as a virtual machine is trying to access physical memory, and it's gonna access that memory through the hypervisor layer of abstraction. Now we can intelligently decide, well, the first virtual machine might be able to access 4 gigs of memory, and the second virtual machine might be able to access 2 gigs of memory, and maybe the third virtual machine take precedence over the other two virtual machines, and we can establish all this control because of this hypervisor layer that rides between the virtual machines and physical memory. So my virtual machines are not actually seeing the physical resources at all. They are just seeing the virtualized version of those physical resources that we can control because of this layer of abstraction that exists. Layer of abstraction, or you can say hypervisor, are generally grouped into two classes. First type is called native or bare metal hypervisor, and it is completely independent from the operating system. As you can see on the screen, this type of hypervisor is small and its main task is sharing and managing hardware resources between the different operating systems. A major advantage of this type of hypervisor, if any problem occur in virtual machine or guest operating system, it does not affect on other guest operating system running on same hypervisor. Let's see the other type of hypervisor. It is also called as hosted hypervisor. It is completely independent on the host operating system, as you can see on the diagram, and while having a base operating system allows the better specification of policies. If any problem occur in base operating system, it affect the entire system, as well as if the hypervisor running above the base operating system is secure. So type 2 hypervisor are generally not used for data center computing and are reserved for the client and end user system. That's why he also called as client hypervisors, where the performance and security are less concerned. So for this example, software developer might use the type 2 hypervisor to create virtual machine to test software product prior to release. So, so far in this video we have seen how hypervisor works and what virtualization is. So stay connected with Okta Network for more videos and for contact or for more information contact us on our website, that is www.oktanetworks.com, or our email ID or contact number, or you can also contact us on Skype. To follow or to get more updates, our visit our YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter page and like it. Thank you very much.